What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Los Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Papa Sunkiller, aka Dan. I mixed that up. I don't give a fuck. Accompanied by Disco, also known as Emperor Disco. I didn't get that fucked up for once.
You can call me Daniel. Nah, I'll fuck with you.
Yeah, no, I can tell. And also, we're accompanied by first time ever special guest Khalil. Welcome to the podcast. What's going on,
What it
Khalil?
do? What it do? We
Ooh,
out here.
first time on the cast. Ooh,
Yeah. This is
Oh
your first
yeah.
podcast ever, right?
Yeah, first podcast ever. I'm
Yeah,
glad to
man.
be
oh
here. It's
man,
awesome.
we're glad to pop your cherry.
There you go. There you go.
My podcast version cherry.
So there you
Yeah,
go. You
yeah.
got it. So this is the Los Wise Guys podcast where you could always go ahead and follow, like, share, subscribe, all that. I did put up the wrong thing, but we're gonna go ahead and just talk about our handles first. So you can follow us on these social medias. We got the regular ones. We do have Eslam's there. Eslam's normally hosting this. He got lost in the islands of Ramadan once again up on the mountain. So
Yeah.
he'll be back next week and take over hosting duties. But hey, we got somebody better. We got Khalil for now. So follow us on these socials. See what's going on. And also make sure to like, share, subscribe, rate, review, and don't forget to pray. That's an old joke. Go ahead, do all that stuff. You can follow us on youtube.com. Just search Los Wise Guys, or you can go to twitch.tv/Los Wise Guys, where we're normally doing this live, not this week because we had a couple scheduling conflicts. And if you like that, go ahead and check out our website. Go to loswiseguys.com, where you can check out what's going on in the LWG FEGL S3. That's the fantasy league that we got going on, where I am still in first place, by the way.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
last.
Did you ever lose? You lost it to Eslam for like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, I lost it for like 1 week. I wasn't in first place, and then Legend of Zelda came out. So
Oh yeah, that was definitely.
I legit might not win. This might be the first year I don't win because I made so many bad decisions. I haven't gotten a chance to really do what I got to do. But we'll see. But
Yeah,
if
I'm
you want to see
excited
that,
for like a end year recap.
I would love to lose just so I have something to come back for. You know what I'm saying? But
Spice life up. That's how you know
exactly,
you're
just
too
change it up.
good. You're just
Yeah.
like, you know what?
But yeah, check that out. You could also check out the blogs where we have other stuff going on. Future stories, Disco. We might be able to get on there. But
Yep.
yeah, man. So
Working
we
on
got
some
all that stuff.
projects.
Absolutely. But today we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about ourselves. We're going to talk about one of the greatest video game franchises of all time. We're going to talk about
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. So, all right. Today, what's today's date? June 8th?
Eighth.
June 8th in the year of our Lord 2023. The Jeff Keighley press conference of Summer Game Fest, they revealed the gameplay, first ever gameplay reveal trailer of Mortal Kombat 1. Holy shit, it looked
Right.
amazing.
Man,
I mean,
that thing
Khalil, you saw it pretty much the same time as me. What do you think?
screaming the whole entire time. Legit screaming in my car the whole entire time while I'm watching this trailer. Like I was just thinking before they even created a whole new Mortal Kombat when they came out with 11 is how they're gonna top this, right? Like, and they managed to do it. Like it just looks crazy.
Yeah,
For real.
it looks incredible. Like Disco, I know you haven't seen it yet, so we're gonna show this to you so we can get your live reaction. But I had the same thing. So we're both at work. Khalil and I was watching in my car, and same thing, same exact reaction. I'm screaming in my car. I'm losing my shit. Our break was more or less around the same time. I walk back in. He's already sitting at his desk. We look at each other. We just start screaming bro at each other over and over
We
again.
already knew. We already knew what was going on, bro. Because like,
Y'all
honestly,
scissor kick to each other.
listen, out of everything that they showed in Summer Game Fest, Mortal Kombat 1 was it. Like
Yeah.
the only other thing that could really hit it was Final Fantasy 7, but Mortal Kombat 1,
Yeah.
it took the show for sure.
Like it was insane. They showed gameplay, but I mean, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about our experience with Mortal Kombat. So we're not just going to focus on the game. Next week, we're going to talk about do a little bit of recap of Summer Game Fest. We're going to do a little bit of the Xbox conference and the Bethesda. So we're going to save all that for next week. But we're just going to talk about Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's been out for 30 years. It's about the same age as us.
Honestly, maybe
So
older.
Yeah,
yeah,
almost. Just
so,
about.
but yeah, man, Mortal Kombat. So real quick, Disco. I know you played a little bit here and there. You've seen the movies. I mean, what's Mortal Kombat mean to you?
To me, I felt like it was one of the top tier fighting games for me, but I was always more of a Tekken person. But I
Okay.
give respect to
Okay.
the Mortal Kombat. Like I did play it when I was younger, and I have watched the movies, even the newer movies, and so like I'm not gonna say it's like my favorite, but it's probably definitely top 15 like all time like um, franchises in my opinion because
Yeah.
they just have so many cool characters you can't like and the nostalgia of growing up with them and
Yeah.
when I started first drawing I used to always draw Sub-Zero and that was like my intro in and
Nice.
like so it does have like some foundations in my life but I like I'm not like a huge gamer so I'm not obsessed and so I'm not as crazy about it as you guys but I could definitely
Oh yeah.
feel the hype and I'm excited for it too you guys
Yeah.
are hyping it up.
I mean, hey, Mortal Kombat has
Hype
touched everybody
gods.
in some way, you know.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
But all right, so Disco, I'm gonna show the reveal trailer first for Mortal Kombat 1. They showed this
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple weeks ago,
Oh,
where
yeah.
this was. I remember I talked about it on the podcast that there was some rumor that they were gonna show Mortal Kombat. Turned out they had it the next day. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Hopefully my internet doesn't fuck up and we can watch this no problem. So I'll go ahead and
Hopefully.
share my screen.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If not, I might have to call my internet service provider and complain. But I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna call and it's gonna be like a second phone he has, just like hello.
All right, so you guys can see my screen, right?
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna play this
it's black
video.
right now.
What's up?
It's black right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's supposed to be there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. All right, so let's see if we get this up and running. All right, here we go.
Oh, damn!
You guys can hear that, right?
It is time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm always amazed coming from a Switch.
Time to wake up to a new reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry. You can face each other as sworn enemies or united as brothers. But a storm is brewing. And soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for.
Yo, that was gory.
Dude, get ready.
Right.
Get ready for
Chosen
this.
to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Yeah, that was wild. What?
Yeah.
He like
That is a trailer. That
he
is
face
like-
slammed him from like 20 feet up. Yeah, that was
I just
crazy.
get goosebumps every time I watch it, yo. Like,
for real.
Man, that was cinematic, like masterpiece right
Oh
there.
yeah. I'm
For
gonna
sure.
try to get this running in the background here. But oh man, dude, that trailer when they first showed this off, I mean, I think it was the same thing. I think we might have been at work, right, Khalil? And then
yeah, we
watched
were at
this
work.
and-
We were at work and we were
Oh,
freaking
man.
out. We were geeking out over it. And then low key, listen, we spent the whole entire day just coming up with things that they're gonna do. Like we were talking about how they brought the cameo characters, right?
Yeah.
We were thinking about the different combinations with that. We were thinking about the roster, who's all gonna be in it, because it'll explain more in this next video he's gonna play. And I don't want to spoil it too much.
Well,
I
I
don't
want to talk
too much
about this one a
it.
little bit, so you're good.
Yeah,
You do
for
what you gotta
sure.
do.
So like one
This
thing
is
that I
still
did
the first
notice,
video.
This is the first
Yeah,
one. I'm
this
just
is the first
replaying
one.
it so we can talk over it.
Okay.
So like one thing that I did notice when he mentioned that you can fight as rivals or brothers. I don't know if you peeped that, but they made Sub-Zero and Scorpion brothers in this one.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get they're gonna break it down in like the next one, but yeah, man, it's they're actually brothers now, which has never been the case. They've always been rivals. Like
yeah,
they had the same outfit on too, like so.
The same exact outfit.
Are they like in the same clan now? This time, do you get to choose like what clan you're in or something?
I don't.
From my understanding, I think they're both in the Lin Kuei.
Really?
I could be wrong about that. I could. So I've been doing a lot of research since this trailer first dropped, Khalil. Apparently, in what Mortal Kombat's been rebooted like twice already.
Yeah, of course.
In one of the versions, the She-Ra Ryu, Scorpion's clan, was a they broke off from the Lin Kuei.
Interesting.
So according to that thing, they used to be one clan, and then they broke off.
That would make a lot of sense, though.
Exactly. So see this conversation we're having right now. This is what we were doing.
Legit, like legit. Imagine us trying to take calls, putting customers on hold to talk about.
Yeah, for real, that was what's happening.
It'd be cool if they're in the same clan, and then something happens in the movie where like they save the day, but they become enemies, and that's how like the She-Ra gets spawned.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
But
for real.
So one thing, Disco. So I don't know. I know you haven't really kept up with the games too much in the past years, but so what happened here is like in the last Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 11, there was like a time travel type thing element that was introduced. Like they brought in characters from the original Mortal Kombat into modern day because the time had advanced. Like Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade had a kid. Jax had a daughter. So it's like a lot of stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So they brought the old characters and messed them in the new world. Yeah. And then at the end of it, Liu Kang became a god. That's why you see him doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So he's Fire Lord Liu Kang or Fire God Liu Kang. And basically Raiden was just like, I can't do this. I'm giving you the god power. So Raiden's not a god. So the guy you see in here with the straw hat, that's Raiden, who's just a regular.
Yeah, Eric used to play it back in the day, and I was and I used to watch here and there. So I kind of like know some of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so this one, that's why it's called Mortal Kombat 1. They're rebooting the series. They're retelling the original story, but differently. And now, obviously, here's Raiden right here. He's just a regular, human dude. But it's Liu Kang who's bringing together the Earthrealm Warriors to fight and do all that shit.
It's kind of like how it kind of feels like Raiden and Liu Kang kind of switch spots. And that'll explain more when you see this next trailer he's going to show you, because it kind of tells the story of him gathering the warriors to fight for Earthrealm, just like Raiden did in the original Mortal Kombat. So they're literally rebooting it, like starting completely over, new main, god of the Earthrealm, getting the combatants ready for Mortal Kombat, because they got this big force, this big evil coming, and they need to get ready for it.
Yeah.
So it's from the ground up, huh? They're changing.
Yeah, everything. legit, and
that's pretty exciting though, because I feel like they're gonna think they thought a lot into it. So all the changes that they have made are like worthwhile, not just for the sake of changing.
And they brought back some old school gameplay features that were introduced in like the previous Mortal Kombat games, but they kind of scrapped. And you'll see those in a little bit when you play this new trailer. But it's
So Disco, you saw how violent that was.
Yeah, I was not expecting it. The dude's like head exploded, their eye gouging, blood everywhere.
That's Mortal Kombat. It's always been. It's known for being. I mean, the rating system that we have in video games exists because Mortal Kombat 1. Nice. Like they forced them to create.
I guess I'm not used to
that was violent.
I'm not used to seeing it in like the graphics.
No, I got you. But that's the thing. So that was violent and everything. This trailer tops that. So get ready for it.
Right, for real.
Bloodbath, Kill Bill.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Oh, damn. That was sick.
I have had enough of you. Then go before I put you down. Fight!
Oh, real gameplay. Ooh, like Wing Chun there.
Yeah. Oh, that's going out.
Today, You have proven worthy of
Combos.
joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather. Seto
This is the
is
main
my
right here.
family blade.
This is the main right here. Yes.
And I
Yes.
won't give it up
Let's
without
go.
a
Yes.
fight.
Oh damn. They are stunning that poor dude. Like,
Bro, that's Johnny Cage.
like Tom Cruise. Oh, not
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
combos are
You
crazy.
have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
That's
If your
crazy.
disease becomes known,
They got like a bunch of people coming out to help. I
only
wonder
want
how
what's
that
best
like
for you.
aspect is gonna
What
play
do you
out.
We can break that
Yeah,
down.
we'll break that down.
Yo.
Yo.
Wow. Wow. I love that they're not holding back on these like finishers and
Oh,
moves.
yeah.
These- Man,
Oh, but yeah, man, it's I can't fucking wait for this game.
it looks
I
like
mean,
it's gonna be such a great like technical fighter too. Like there's like that. Oh, man, that just looks. It looks insane.
One thing that I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say that I'm very happy about, if you look at Mortal Kombat 10 and 11, right, there are a lot of huge differences. Mortal Kombat 11 is fast, but it's like you said, it's a lot more technical. You feel me? Mortal Kombat 10 was super high, fast paced. Like the combos were very fast inputs. Like it just went back and forth super quick. But it's with Mortal Kombat 1 that looks like they kept Mortal Kombat 11's combat style and they kind of just added on to that. So I'm definitely glad they did that instead of like changing that up too much.
Yeah. And real quick, one thing I want to mention, Disco, so you caught that. There's a lot of people jumping in and helping. So what they're doing for this Mortal Kombat is they have these things called cameos, of course, spelled with a K. Now, the way that works
Makes sense.
is you have characters. Some of them are exclusive to being cameos only. Come out and they're like your backup fighters. Now, Khalil, you're more into fighting games than me. If you want to try to explain cameos,
Yeah,
I'm sure
for
you'll do
sure.
a better
So
job
like
than I will.
basically, I don't. You probably remember old, like if you depending on when you started playing Mortal Kombat. The best example that I can give you is Noob Smoke. I don't know if you ever remember that. It was they're basically the only way you can play these two characters is cameo style, if you will. So they're breaking it down super simple too. So like you'll pick your main character, and then of course after that you'll pick who you want to be, and I guess you can consider it more so as an assist character, kind of similar to how a lot of most fighting games doing it nowadays. But yeah, the combinations that they seem to have seem to be very wide. I heard they were. I mean, we saw Striker like that. Seeing
Like, what the hell is Striker doing in this game?
Striker here says enough. Like we seen
Yeah.
Striker, we seen Goro even. You feel me?
Jax
Yeah,
kept on
Jax.
popping up. Sonya, Kano.
Exactly. So like,
It looked like they were
definitely feel like-
summoning multiple like people too. It wasn't like you're just stuck to one person. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It felt like
Yeah, it looks like it's one per
it is gonna
person,
be
like one per fighter.
person, but
yeah.
and it doesn't stop with just the combos, because of course there were some times where you can like combo extend, like right here, boom, he's about to pick
There's
it up right
Sonya.
there. He
Yep,
broke
and
it
there's
with the
Kano.
Kano, yeah. So like
Yep.
the combo, it's more of an assist type thing. Like I know a lot of other
see.
fighting games. I'm trying to think of one now that did something similar. Which one was it?
Because I'm trying to think. Because like I said, I'm not the biggest fighting game guy. I'm
But
like
it's
Mortal
a
Kombat Tekken guy.
well-known like concept of the assists. Demon
Yeah.
Slayer, the Demon Slayer fighting game, or the Naruto line of fighting games. Naruto Ultimate Storm, they always would have you pick like one character and an assist character. So kind of
Yeah.
similar with that. But with this, it looks like you can build upon combos, and that's going to be a huge integration.
Yeah. Like, look at how they're just juggling people right there between. It's funny. Like, one thing I want to point out, fucking Striker. Like, really, they got Striker.
They got Striker. Like
Just
Striker
hit
is a
that dude
cop.
with a flashlight.
yeah,
Yeah, he
legit
just
a
with a flashlight
and
that
a
tased
taser.
him. He's just a cop in Mortal Kombat. But no, but one thing I want to say real quick is they're doing a lot of Raiden Kung Lao. Is that the new Shaolin Monk combo?
That's what it looks like, because and
Right?
that goes back to what I was saying before, because if you remember, Raiden found Liu Kang in Kung Lao. You feel me? But
Yep.
it wasn't Kung Lao though, it was Kenshi. So it looks like
Well, so in this scene, yeah, there's one part where he and Kenshi are wearing the same uniform,
yeah.
but like if you go back to the first trailer,
I know
and
you're
everything,
talking about now. I know you're talking about now.
yeah, it's like you see them together. And it's like a lot of times they're showing them side by side, those two. So I wonder if like this is like the new
The
era Shaolin.
I
But
can definitely see
no,
that.
man.
I can definitely see that.
So I can't wait for this. I mean, I don't what obviously it's coming out for like PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Is this coming out on Switch too, Khalil? I'm not
I
sure.
doubt it. I doubt
Probably
it.
not.
It's probably
'Cause I
not.
was gonna say, like Disco, like I know you mess with the Switch, but like this is something you gotta try to hop on.
Yeah,
But
bro. Like you might just have to buy a console on this one now.
I don't know. I'm on PC. Is that going to be on Game Pass?
You could probably get it on PC for sure.
you can get it on PC. I don't know if it's gonna be on Game Pass.
I
If it
doubt
is,
it.
maybe like
Or
I would say,
Steam,
like
maybe?
if you're lucky,
I don't
maybe
know.
I
like
don't
3
even
to 4
think Mortal
years.
Kombat 11 is on Game Pass or 10.
No, it's not.
So I
Nah.
doubt it.
Like those games, like they won't go on that. I mean, you could. I'm sure you can get on Steam. Like if you get on Steam,
for
you're
sure.
so definitely it's definitely something to look out
One
for.
thing I
Like
do want to also point out, I did see them stray away, and I don't know if you remember that. I don't know how much of Mortal Kombat 11 you played, but they did a very big emphasis on like character weapons in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
And it looks like they
Yeah.
kind of strayed away a little bit from that. It looks like weapons are still prevalent based off of the characters that they did show. Of course, we got Katana with the fans, Melina with her
Scorpion with the
size.
yeah.
But hey, if you notice, Scorpion has a sickle now. He never had a sickle
Mhm.
before. He
Mhm.
always just had a
Mhm.
spear. So it kind of
He had a spear or a katana or the short katana. I forgot
Yeah.
what it's called. But yeah.
So that's very different. But I'm wondering if they're kind of moving away from the weapon customization and kind of focusing more on the cameo thing. But either
Maybe.
way, it looks great. Like I think it's definitely going to be a great breath of fresh air compared to what we've been getting from Mortal Kombat, and kind of
Yeah.
getting back to its old roots, because that air combat looks it's been a minute since we had something like that.
I'm telling you, man, it's like the way they're just like juggling characters, like literally juggling characters in the air, and you just stay up there and just keep fighting. Like that looks incredible.
And the way like they come out and help you keep them up, because the combinations are so
Yeah.
sick, man. The mechanics and like it, like you said, it just looks refreshing. I'm almost tempted to try it out.
That's
might
what
as well
I'm
to
saying.
get back. Might as well get back in while they're rebooting, so it can be like fresh. I started
that's
Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat 1, the OG.
So real quick, that's a great segue. Disco, while we were setting up Clue before you hopped in, we were talking about like what videos I should put in here. And I joked around about the original Mortal Kombat commercial from like the old game back in the
definitely,
90s.
bro. Because
And I was just like, I found the clip, and I was like, Disco, I don't know if you ended up saying if you remember it or not, but it's like it's just funny to me. I was like, I got this. I was like, I gotta play.
like looking
Can I
back
ask
at
you a
this.
quick
Yeah,
question?
what's up?
Who? There's so many characters, so I just want to ask, who's your favorite characters, or like top
Son of
2,
a
top
bitch.
3, whatever?
All right, so top 3,
Son
right?
of a
Top
bitch.
3. If
I
we
just
go back to like every Mortal Kombat game that I've played, and this is kind of weird because I don't like the poster board characters, right? Because I feel like everybody's gonna use them, so I always try to find somebody different. Mortal Kombat 11, Noob Saibot all day. Like he is legit one of my favorite characters to play. Like
Dude, New Saibot was broken.
yeah, he
I'm not gonna
was
lie.
like
he was broken.
still is, bro. He still is. And
It's like in the moment if you're playing online, you see somebody use the noob, it's like,
quit.
yeah,
Just
no,
quit.
okay, that's it. I'm losing
I'm
this.
praying that he shows up in one, but I doubt it based off of what it's looking like. Second would have to be Takeda from Mortal Kombat 10. His combos, his fighting style was really cool. It kind of was a split between Scorpion and Kinsey, so that was definitely dope. And I mean, if I had to pick a third, I would probably say Scorpion, just because his overall story arc was just legit. Like you get framed
Mhm.
to killing somebody and then you die because of that. Because that's basically what happened. I don't know if you remember Mortal Kombat 9, but he technically didn't do anything. Quan Chi was behind all of that. And
Yep.
that's basically how he was born. So I thought, the whole concept of that and him trying to redeem himself and get revenge and all of that because he didn't have anything to do with it, that really said a lot about his character, even though he's a poster board child.
He's legendary though, man. I feel like you could show anybody Scorpion and they're like, oh, it's Scorpion.
That's Mortal Kombat. They'll automatically know for sure.
I mean, for me, I mean, right off the other end of the spectrum, I'm a Sub-Zero guy. Like I love Sub-Zero.
But which Sub-Zero though?
I mean, I'm definitely a Kuai Lang Sub-Zero, like the second one.
For sure.
So for anybody who doesn't know, there's two Sub-Zeros. The original one is Bihan, who dies.
That's Noob.
Yeah, then he becomes Noob Saibot, and then his younger brother Kuai Lang takes over, who's the better Sub-Zero of the two. So it's like he takes over. But I mean, I'm a Sub-Zero guy. I'm a big fan of comedy. I like my stupid funny jokes and shit. I always laughed when Johnny Cage would punch people in the balls. So Johnny Cage has always been a favorite of mine.
I'm really glad that they brought back the nut punch.
Yeah,
like that's iconic.
Yeah.
It's iconic. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's Liu Kang." I mean, that's Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
like off rip.
It doesn't even feel like Johnny without that move, though. Like,
yeah,
right. Exactly.
That's just
like
a generic fighter.
Yeah, I can't think of a third one. I feel like it depends on the game. Like Mortal Kombat 11, I'm a Noob Saibot guy. What's it called? Mortal Kombat 10, I was big into Liu Kang. So it's like I feel like it depends on who I'm doing. I mean, Cassie Cage, I was a beast with Cassie and
Cassie is gas.
And what's it called? Oh man, I forgot her name right now. Jackie Briggs. Thank you. Jackie Briggs was, oh my gosh, she was incredible.
She was badass.
So it's like there's a couple of characters that stand out, but though I mean my main two are Johnny Cage and Sub-Zero for sure. But nah, man, I can't wait. But anyway, I'm gonna get this original commercial.
My top 3 are
oh my bad. I thought you said yours. You're good.
Nah, yeah. My top 3, my first top is Cabal. I just love him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's just
okay.
He looks so cool, and I just love the speed, like catching people with the run by, and then they're like spinning. It's like I don't know, I just love that. And
I ain't gonna lie, when he was announced in Mortal Kombat 11, I was super hyped because his moveset was really clean. It was really clean.
Yeah, for sure. And then second, I like Kung Lao. I just love the hat thing, man. Like the hat I was telling Dan before the podcast, like he always stood out to me, and I was like kind of upset that he died in that new movie. Yeah. I was like, why would you do that? Bring him back, like, bring the Dragon Balls out or something. And I was just like, low key hurt. I was like, damn. I used to like want like round hats when I was younger and try to like throw them like whip them across the room, break hella shit.
Oh, I'm telling you,
but and lastly, I don't know. Lastly, I think I'm gonna pick Sub-Zero because I always just like Sub-Zero, especially the one that came out where he had the ice arms and he just like totally badass. I was like, dude, I was like, that's when I officially was just like, oh, I'm Team Sub-Zero. He's dope, and he just
Sub-Zero's
reason everything.
Like the whole Lin
But,
Kuei is pretty cool. Like that whole
Yeah.
clan. Like you got Cyrax in there. Sector was okay, I
Sector,
guess. But
Smoke,
Smoke is in there. Like I guess you could count Noob.
I
Like
guess, in a
you know,
way.
it's like there's so many like some of the most badass ninjas come from the Lin Kuei.
For
So
sure.
it's like, you know, I'm definitely a Lin Kuei guy. But here, let me get this trailer real quick. So this is a short one. This is just for my amusement, to be honest. We don't need to watch it. But it's just a stupid trailer from back in the day, how they hyped up Mortal Kombat. I think this might have been Mortal Kombat 2. Here we go. Yep. So let's share my screen. You guys should be able to see that.
For sure.
And Disco, it's literally what I said. It's a bunch of people running around in the streets just screaming Mortal Kombat. You know how badass this was in like the 90s? Quick cuts. Just people running.
Has that 90s feel.
The nostalgia, man.
That theme song too is like one of the best theme songs ever.
Iconic.
When I was younger, me and my cousins used to go crazy. We used to like just play that, blast it, and just dance and fucking fake fight each other until we get hurt.
Dude, Mortal Kombat was key. Like that same trailer, they redid it a couple years ago. It was either for Mortal Kombat 10 or 11, where they just, instead of having kids running around screaming Mortal Kombat, they had adults just doing the same exact thing. Like they're walking out of meetings in business suits, just screaming Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
But no, I mean, I always that trailer always stood out to me. But so Disco, you're talking about the music. The music came from another big part of my childhood, that Mortal Kombat movie, the old 90s one. And
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It's not a good movie, but I fucking love it.
You have no choice but to love it.
For let's be real, for the longest time, that was the greatest video game movie ever.
And like to say that's a big statement, because I can think of a handful of video game movies that came out that were supposed to be world breaking but just flopped.
Yeah.
You feel me? But Mortal Kombat, they just always kind of did it a certain type of way. It was just like, yeah,
man. And this clip, this is so I obviously we can't show the whole movie. Also, real fast, anybody who's not watching the video version of this, I apologize, but fucking get on youtube.com, search Los Wise Guys, and watch the video version of this, because it must suck if you're just listening to the audio, because you're just hearing a lot of wet sounds, just blood falling,
skulls crushing.
Yeah, it's like,
imagine that.
This podcast like, is real moist. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Moist. The moist meter. We need a moist meter.
And then you hear us in the background. Oh, damn.
But no, so one thing I want to show real quick. This is one of my fucking favorite scenes, and it's not because of how badass it is. It just makes me laugh every goddamn time. So this is the scene where they first show off Sub-Zero's ice powers in the movie, and he's fighting just this random no-name person that's just there to die. But for some reason, this no-name person, he doesn't say anything, but he flexes all millions of his muscles and just keeps on going like, "Thin, thin," over and over again. And it's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Let's see it. We got to see it now.
So let's see. There we go. The banquet scene. All right, you guys can see that, right?
For sure.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah. Damn, the nostalgia.
Listen to this, man.
No name. Whoa.
He said, eh. That was a half-ass.
He's just standing there looking at him. He's like, I'm getting tired of this. Moving on. Anybody else?
We're bananas. Man.
Saying soon looking like
Uh,
I fucking love that movie.
yeah.
I fucking love that movie. So
he's like, let
dumb.
me look intimidating, crack my back.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like this dude's real muscular for no reason.
No
Like,
reason, and then died just like that.
but
from
no,
ice ball.
and that's the thing. Look at that movie in the 90s. You look at, I mean, graphics wise, that's pretty cool. The way they did that for that era,
Yeah.
that was pretty badass.
It was before its time, man. Definitely.
Nah, for real.
Nah, so I love that. And real quick, I do have one last clip here, just to show the time difference. We got the new Mortal Kombat movie. I got a scene from here with the suggestion from Disco. I feel like this was a good call for this scene.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites, especially with the scorpion coming up.
Yep.
Mm.
So here we go.
Is this the intro to the new movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a few minutes in.
Yeah. I love that dude as Scorpion, man. That's
so
Scorpion
good.
to me now.
The actor they got for Sub-Zero too, like they're both incredible.
Where you going?
Oh man,
Oh,
this whole scene is just
Yep.
so wonderful.
And what does he come up with?
here. The
Oh
iconic.
wow.
The spear.
Yeah, he put it together in 0.2 seconds. I don't even know what knots to use.
About to do reverse jumping right here.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Execution.
Like, how do you even continue to run up and try to fight after seeing the
Like
man?
you see everybody you know just dying. Like
Getting
why are you
taken
fighting
out
this
by
guy?
one man, like I'm dead ass turning around. Like, come on.
Come here.
Jeez.
He's killing people with knife and rope. Like,
Yeah. They
and they have
legit,
armor and everything. Like,
bro, and they legit just look like the putty people from like fucking Mortal from oh my god, Power Rangers. I'm wearing the goddamn shirt, couldn't remember what it was called. I was gonna stop this, but let me see how far this goes. If we could see a little bit of score Sub-Zero doing, oh no, it's not gonna show it all. Fuck it,
Sad face.
but it's all good.
man,
But
that name is even super dope.
Hanzo Hasashi.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But no, that's those are all the clips I got. But I mean, I fucking love Mortal Kombat. I can't wait for this new game.
For sure.
It's
Day one
gonna
playing
be,
it.
yeah, for real. Like I already pre-ordered it. I can't wait. Disco, if you can get it on PC, I highly suggest you do.
I gotta beat Mortal Kombat 11. I want to see that last before they reboot, just so I can
Yeah.
kind of get like some sort of little idea.
Yeah. For sure.
Not for done. Honestly, if you want to get like truly understand, because Mortal Kombat 11 is crazy. It's like you got to play 10 to understand 11, but you got to play 9 to understand 10.
You do.
Damn, so it's like just play the whole damn series.
No, honestly, if you start at 9, you're good. You don't have to do the ones before. If you start at 9, you're solid. But it's like you don't have to. But
Yeah.
If
but
you
no,
wanted to
I-
make sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it legit tells you the entire story of Mortal Kombat. Like, because that's the last time they did a reboot at Mortal Kombat 9.
For sure.
I see it.
Yeah, but
Now,
no.
real quick, I wanted to point out a few things because I don't know if you noticed whenever the gameplay trailer for Mortal Kombat 1 dropped, when you were watching it, when Kung Lao threw out his hat and it was just a regular hat,
It's a
but
regular hat.
he grabbed the, what is it called? It's called a something, the little blade that has a handle in the middle.
Yeah,
That's something what's his name used from Mortal Kombat 10. He used the bow.
Oh, oof.
You know
Kung
who
Jin,
I'm talking
Kung
about?
Jin.
Yes, Kung
Yeah,
Jin.
he's Kung
Had
Lao's
that.
cousin. Yeah,
Yeah, he had that. So that was a little reference because he
Makes
didn't have
sense.
the hat. He
That's
had
a
a
good
little
catch.
thing. Yeah, for
That's a
sure.
good
I
catch.
was like, dang, that's Kung Jin's little thing right there.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I like that.
yeah,
I
man.
like
So
that.
Disco in Mortal Kombat 10, they came out with what's referred to lovingly as the Combat Kids,
Combat Kid.
where you had the daughter of Johnny Cage and Sonya. Her name's Cassie Cage.
Cassie.
The daughter of Jax, who's I already forgot her name. Goddamn.
Jackie Briggs.
Jackie Briggs. Then you had Kung Jin, the younger cousin of Kung Lao, and then one of Khalil's favorites. You had Takeda, who
Kenshi.
is so he's Kenshi. I don't know if you ever got to play with Kenshi, Disco. He's like the blind swordsman. So
I like
he's
him too.
yeah.
He used to
So
play
he's
like this or some shit.
where he was like yeah.
Mhm.
So it's Kenshi's son, but trained by Scorpion. So he fights like both
Mhm.
of them.
For real.
Yeah.
Dang, that actually sounds really
Sadly,
dope.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna come back in one. And the only reason why I say that is because since we've already confirmed that it's a whole new timeline, we got gameplay of Kenshi. Where is that where Kenshi is? Because he's looking for that sword. I don't think he has a kid now.
I don't think he does, but I don't know. I would have to look further into this trailer. The rumor has been that Takeda is a cameo character or a
I can see
DLC
that.
character.
I can see
There's one
that.
of
I can
those.
see him being a cameo, but I don't see him being like in the game.
Yeah. And I told you my theory, if to bring in Takeda or the other combat kids, because Mortal Kombat does DLC now, obviously. My theory is you have at the end of the first trailer we showed you, Disco, you have the person walking through the thing that's Shang Tsung. So we're led to believe that maybe that's the Shang Tsung from the previous era who's coming in and trying to fuck things up. He's like, no, I want to run this, not Liu Kang. So
Right.
what if you have the combat kids come through that same thing and they're just like, well, we want to be born because like if everything's reborn, if
Yeah.
everything's redone, we don't exist. We
Yeah.
want to exist. They're fighting for their rights to just fucking survive. I think that'd be
Yeah.
a cool
Damn.
story.
That would be a very great concept.
They
A way
said,
to,
don't
if anything,
abort me.
For real.
Basically.
But yeah, I mean, who would have thought fucking, combat kids pro life? But that's a whole nother thing. I mean, but that anyway, that's Mortal Kombat. I mean, Disco, I know you wanted to talk about a couple like review things we want to do real quick. So I know we've been
Yep.
talking about Mortal Kombat for a while. Any last final
You
thoughts
want to
on Mortal
wrap
Kombat
up Mortal
before
Kombat?
before we
Yeah.
let that go?
Man, I guess my final thoughts are that I'm really damn near tempted to get on this, and I don't know if it's cross-platform because I like to play. If I play games, I like to play with my people. So if it's not cross-platform, I might be a little like deterred.
I'd
But
be surprised if it wasn't.
it is
should
so
be.
super tempting, man. Like I said, I want to get back in while it's rebooted, and man, that gameplay looks so fun. It looks like fast paced, and then like you said, the cameos. Oh shoot, hold on. No, the cameos and just it seems like a technical fighter. The last like fighter I played was like Naruto, and like everything was like timing, and it wasn't bad. But this one just looks a little more like higher octane and just fun, exhilarating. And with I would like to also see all the finishers because man,
Oh
those
yeah, the fatalities. Yeah.
are their works of art. All of them just look like they put a lot of time into them and made them as brutally like captivating as possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I mean, other than that, they have all my favorite. Well, actually, I don't know if they have Cabal, but they have like all the major characters. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
It looks good, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Khalil, what about you? Any final thoughts?
Man,
on
you
Mortal
already
Kombat?
know how I'm feeling. I cannot wait for this thing to drop. I need the early access. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get into some early tournaments in it because I didn't really get a chance to do too much with Mortal Kombat 11. But now that they're just starting a whole new thing, yo, I have to get my foot back in the door with that because
Oh yeah.
it looks crazy. Like I like how they got things structured. I love the fact that Kenshi's back. It's been a minute since Mortal Kombat 9 since we've seen Kenshi, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing as him. And yeah, I'm just excited. I can't wait.
Yeah. And yeah, for me, real quick, I already pre-ordered the game. I'm gonna get it. But one thing I want to mention real quick, Disco, you mentioned cameos. One thing we didn't mention, but they showed it in the trailer. Your cameo can do the fatality. That's one thing that they showed at the one point where it's just like where you're playing a Scorpion and then Sub-Zero, who was the cameo, he came out and he did his fatality, and then Scorpion was just kind of just standing there. That's how the trailer is.
That's pretty sick. So you could like choose from two, and then that's bananas. I wonder if there's like also like fatalities too.
I would
wouldn't
assume.
be surprised.
Yeah, I would assume there
wouldn't
would be,
surprised.
which has got to be sick.
Right.
But
oh my gosh.
but no, I mean,
hit the secret button combo. Ah!
Right.
yeah, dude, I can't. Hey, and if there's one game that's known for having secrets, it's Mortal Kombat. Since day one, they've had secret codes and shit in there, so that is the game to have secrets. But
definitely,
no, I can't wait for that. I was gonna say something else, I forgot it, but that's okay. But no, I can't wait. I can't wait. This game's to be fucking phenomenal. I'm there. I'm not a competitive player. It's funny, Khalil laughed because I'm in there for the story. Nobody plays fighting games for story except for me.
Just him.
But no, I can't wait. I can't wait for that story.
That story goes in depth though, because
It
like I
does.
said, I used to
Yeah.
watch my brother play. I was like, after every fight, it just goes into like a little
Yeah, cutscene.
climax, just
Yeah.
like cinematic, just like, oh, okay, this
I
is
will
like a
say, like,
movie.
out of all of the fighting games, besides Tekken, because Tekken always has a solid story. Mortal Kombat story be solid.
Yeah. Injustice. I like the
Yeah,
Injustice stories.
but they made by the same people, so
Exactly. That's the thing.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I got. I mean, all right. So Disco, we got your movie / slow show reviews. So Khalil, what this is pretty much Disco tells us about some stuff he's been watching.
Okay.
I know we've been running for a while. If you wanna stick around, you're more than welcome to. If you gotta hop off, that's fine.
Nah, I'm down to chill.
All right, let's do it. All right, so
All
Disco,
right,
what we
so
got? Let me change the little caption here for you. Go ahead.
for my first this week, I'm doing some movies and TV shows that I happen to see. Um, so first off, I had the chance to see the new Spider-Man movie. Let's see.
Okay.
Bring this picture up
I
so y'all
got you.
can see those.
There you go. That's the perfect. That's the perfect image thing.
That's the
I was looking on Google for like, what picture should I use? And I was just like, I gotta use this one,
Yeah.
even though it was a little small.
Real quick, if you're not watching the video version of this and listening to only the audio version, get your fucking life together. Go to YouTube, type in loswiseguys.com or type in Los Wise Guys or go to our website. You can watch this. Stop being stupid.
Yeah. Get the visuals, man. YouTube, you get the whole essence of all of us. But anyway, the movie is called Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and it knocked my socks off. It was like a visual masterpiece. Just like the first one, the animation is just so sick to watch. The way they can set a mood with colors and kind of like uh, there's just so much they can do with the animation, and all the different Spider-Man kind of have their own little art style. It's really sick. Um, IMDb rated a 9, and that's really high for typical movies usually I see movies in 6s or 7s, so that says a little something, especially on my IMDb little rating system that I mentioned here and there. So this one is like way up there. So yeah, and I totally agree. It was a phenomenal movie. It was pretty good, solid through and through, start to finish. It's a 2 hours and uh 2 hours and 16 minutes, but honestly you don't really feel it at all. Like the pacing is just right. All the actors do phenomenal. Shamik Moore as Miles Morales, of course he's phenomenal. He was in Wu-Tang. He does a great job bringing the character to life. But
Who's
for
in
me,
Wu-Tang?
Raekwon,
Oh shit!
the one that shot up the other dude's
Yeah,
apartment in
Raekwon the
season one.
chef. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Oh, dude, as great as
yeah.
Raekwon. Okay.
Nah, yeah, so he's definitely talented as heck. And it shows his versatility, man, because he's like
Just go real quick.
and
I'm sorry,
Wu-Tang.
man. There's something going on with the headset with the earbuds.
Is it still messed up? I don't know.
I
What are you
think you're
hearing?
good now.
Sounds
If you
good
want to keep
now.
talking. It was like
Okay.
weird static sound going
Yeah, it
on.
was like.
Okay.
But I got a quick question because I'm pretty sure you saw the last Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse. I think that was the last animated one they did.
Yeah, I believe so.
What would you say that they did differently from that movie compared to this one in terms of like the action, the animations? Like, what was like your biggest takeaway from that movie to this movie?
I'm gonna be honest. The first movie was great, but it didn't really resonate with me. I don't know. I felt like I was more engrossed in this one. More. I guess I like the different Spider-Man they used in this one, maybe a little better, I guess. Or just the way they conducted themselves. Because one thing I was going to mention is Oscar Isaac. He played Spider-Man 2099, and his costume, his art style, they made him look so cool, and like he was just so badass in the movie, and like very straight edge, and like kind of governed all the other Spider-Man. And I don't know, I gravitated towards him. So like I don't know, I felt like I was more attached to the characters this movie than the first one.
audio is fucking up, Disco. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm sorry.
That face.
Is it like real bad?
It's
It's
yeah,
just
as you're
kinda like
talking, it's kind of hard to make out what
slightly
you're saying.
staticky.
Yeah.
Dang. Let me try to disconnect.
It's not doing it now. It's like
Yeah,
off
it's like once you stop, you're good. It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to adjust it. Yeah, I mean, I mean, visually, it looks like it's coming through okay. I mean, right now you're good. If you want to give it another shot, go for it.
Yeah. So I don't know where was it staticky the whole way through or
No,
Not
it started
working.
like towards the end. Like I caught you before. It was like starting to get bad, and then you stopped it in
okay?
time.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
My bad,
You
man. I'm
you was
sorry.
you was talking about the Spider-Man, the futuristic version of him. I can't remember.
Yeah,
the name.
2099.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
Oscar
He
Isaac.
he's just so badass, man. And Oscar Isaac really brought it to life. And he, I don't know, he just stood out to me more than even Miles Morales and like the story between Gwen and them. And so it just, I don't know, I felt more attached to the characters here, I guess.
Okay.
In the story that was involved in this one. Um, and I was looking on YouTube and stuff, and there's some like subliminal stuff for Gwen Stacy, and apparently she's becoming like a symbol in the trans community. So it's kind of interesting how
That's cool.
I was watching it and I didn't even notice that at first, but it's crazy all the layers and like the way they use the animation to have these like subliminals, and so there's a lot of thought and process into it, and I just like this little picture shows like I love the interaction between all the Spider-Men.
All right.
They have so many different ones.
My bad. I'm trying to let you rock and see if it goes through. It's as you progress, it gets worse. My bad, man.
How about now?
I'm sorry.
How about now? No,
it's
no,
good now.
all
It's
good.
like I was
It's good
letting
now.
go because we were able to hear it, and then it just started like ask Khalil. It was starting to get.
It'll
That's
be
fine.
good. It'll be kind of staticky, and then all of a sudden this is.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Damn.
Real quick, I do want to say shout out to White Spider-Man from the PlayStation video game. That would stood out to me right off the bat. I was like, oh, that's the one specifically from the PlayStation video game. I was pretty excited about that.
Definitely.
But
It's crazy that you mentioned the futuristic. And what was it again? I can't remember. You
Spider-Man 2099.
The 2099, because I actually watched the video on YouTube, kind of breaking down the universe behind it and everything like that. And I thought it was crazy that we had this futuristic Spider-Man and became Spider-Man in a completely different way that the original Spider-Man came out. Like the storylines of the different Spider-Mans are always very unique. And I love how they can make a one character, but make them completely different versions depending on the universe that he's in. This is crazy.
One thing I wanted to ask you, oh no, go ahead. Never mind.
That's one thing you get to see here too is like all the different Spider-Man interact. There's like a whole Spider-Man society, and you get to see like. Is it messing up again?
A little bit. Just fight through it. You're
bit.
good. You're good.
I'm just gonna keep it short then. I enjoyed all the multiple Spider-Man. I give it like a 4 thumbs up. It was a phenomenal movie. If you get a chance, watch it. Love it, embrace it. Spider-Man is bringing like a breath into the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man world, and I just love what they can do with the animation. And I'll keep it at that.
All right, sounds good, man.
For sure.
Okay, let me pull out this next one.
Mm-hmm.
And the next item is going to be a show called Rabbit Hole. This one's starring Kiefer Sutherland, and IMDb ranked it 7.5, and I would agree. It was a pretty fun show. It's just a brief premise. He's kind of like a highly intelligent, very strategical con man. He makes heists, he robs people, he sets people up with taking pictures of them, kind of like making it look bad for them and to blackmail people. He's like very in the gray area con manish. And it just gets really crazy. He falls into a rabbit hole. He doesn't know what's real, and his arch enemy kind of like as good as a strategist and planner that he is, his enemy's just as good. And so that you kind of see them kind of set each other up, and it becomes a slippery rabbit hole. You don't know what's real and what's what at certain points. And it's like a really fun ride, and I give it a 2 thumbs up if you get a chance check it out. It's good to see Kiefer Sutherland back. I used to watch him in 24 with my dad when he was back when I was younger, and so it's kind of cool to see Kiefer Sutherland back. A little nostalgia there. This is on
Sounds pretty
Paramount
dope.
Plus. Yeah, definitely dope. Definitely dope. And okay, I'll jump over to the next movie, next TV show actually.
Was it in the same thing? Because I just closed it, or were you gonna pull up a new one?
I was gonna pull up a new one.
Okay, cool. There it is. See it.
Okay,
There you go.
so so this one is one of them shows I was watching with my fiance. It's called Couples Therapy, and this is one of them shows where I was just like, man, this is stupid, and she's just making me watch it. And then I found myself after a couple episodes getting really into it because
It got
the
you.
premise of the show is it follows psychoanalyst Dr. Orna Guralnik, who's like a real therapist, and she they show different couples and that are in therapy, and I found myself really enjoying the psychoanalyst part. I love like finding people's motivations, or like certain couples were just really like dysfunctional. They had this one like Amish couple where the woman was very like had a lot of trauma with the church, and she like took out on her husband. And there was just a whole bunch of different ones, like black couples where you get to hear about how they don't like going out in public sometimes just because they get treated messed up. And there's like so many fun couples in this, like queer couples, trans couples, regular couples. You get like people from the hood, people from like white collar, and it's like a really fun show. I found myself really getting into it, and kind of I think what was really enjoyable was just judging these couples, with my fiance being like, "Damn, at least we're not that bad," like or
Right.
calling it on them, where it's just like it's this person, he needs to drop his walls, he's too guarded, and it became really fun just breaking down these people, like psychoanalyzing it with my fiance. And so if you got time, check out Couples Therapy. It's 3 seasons. Latest one just finished like a week or two ago. Shout out to Orna Guralnik. She showed her whole process of like dealing with these people, and like the struggles, because some people are really like thick, hard-headed. They have a lot of defenses up, and it's just like no matter what you say, they're just not trying to be accountable for their actions. It's just like I cheated because it was she said it was okay. I was like, this dude is wild, and he's really trying to defend himself, like and it's really cool seeing these people get caught up in themselves instead of like listening to their partner. And I don't know, just it became an enjoyable couple type show. And so I highly recommend it. IMDb gave it an 8.2, and if you're into that sort of thing, psychoanalyzing, therapy, and all that stuff, this is a fun watch. This will be a fun watch. Maybe that'll help you in your relationships. Maybe it's something you do that you'll see in some of these characters, because there's a nice array between all the seasons of different people. And so I give this 2 thumbs up. Couples Therapy. Shout out to Orna. Looking forward to the next season. I hope there is another one. This is one of those shows that just snuck up on me. I was like, oh man, chick flick, chick show, da da da.
That's how they get you.
Emotions. Next thing you know, season 3, I'm like, babe, come on, let's finish this.
You need
thing.
to watch this. That got you
this.
converted.
So what I want to come to come out of this is Disco, for you to like just watch enough where you become an expert, and we can just make our own show where you're the therapist. We call it like Disco's Discoveries. And you talking to couples, just acting like you know what you're talking about. Like, no, I want that. I feel like it's good content for us.
That'll be funny.
But for real,
I think that really sounds dope. I mean, it's different to be able to kind of see different perspectives, different cultures going to couples therapy. You feel me? Like you mentioned, it shows black couples, white couples, it shows trans couples. You don't really get to see what goes on behind closed doors. So if that's what that kind of shows, I think that'll be a dope watch to see, for sure.
No, yeah, you definitely get to see like every couple just has its own different problems, and And you know, it really gets you thinking, like,
Yeah.
just not about
Yeah,
their couple,
definitely.
but then it makes you look at yourself too. Just like, how
Yeah,
can
self-reflection off of that.
maybe I'm doing some of these things. Just like, oh shoot.
Right.
Take notes. You know what not to do now.
Right.
Yeah, it's legit therapy, free therapy for you too. But no, yeah, definitely check this out. And that wraps it up for today. I hope you enjoyed. Those my three takes for this week, and I'm excited for next week too.
For sure. Sounds lit.
Absolutely, sounds good. I mean, that's everything. I'm not gonna do any wrestling news this week. I was trying to get up Mortal Kombat set up and work is been a little bit busy. But yeah, no, I mean, this is great. Love talking about Mortal Kombat. Disco, thank you for sharing your stuff. Khalil, first time ever on the podcast, did great. Congrats, man.
Hey, I
Nah,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Once again, like it was awesome being here. I'm glad I was able to be a part of this, especially talking about Mortal Kombat as much as I'm hyped for that to come out. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to being on the next one so we can talk about, the Bethesda showcase. Because please let it show some Starfield. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a repeat of the day,
Yeah.
screaming in the car.
Yeah, for real. For real. I'm not gonna lie, I might have put in to try to get out of work a little bit early or come in a little bit later. I forgot what I did. I tried to do something so I could try to enjoy that
I feel
conference if
you.
possible.
I feel you, because man, I'm hyped for it.
Oh, I
I'm
can't
hyped
wait.
for it.
I can't wait. So we got that. We're gonna talk about the rest of Summer Game Fest, like Khalil alluded to earlier. We got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They showed a little bit off of that. Believe it
That
or
looks
not, I still
super
haven't
great.
gotten a chance to watch that trailer. I still have to watch it.
Listen, you need to go back and finish watching it. Final
Yep.
Fantasy VII Rebirth looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm glad they kept the same combat style as the last Final Fantasy VII. Sadly, it's not coming to Xbox,
Mm.
but I mean PlayStation. I got one, so we're gonna definitely get that.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
get that. It looks great.
But all right. So whenever we end off the podcast,
How about
we
that
usually do,
Diablo 4?
Yo, get this man. Don't get him started about Diablo 4. That's all he talks about.
Listen,
That's all he talks about.
already level 52, already on the Paragon
That's his
board.
whole
When did the game
personality.
come out? Khalil, when did the game come out?
Yesterday.
Technically, the game
2
came out
days.
2 days ago. Technically, 2 days ago.
And what level are you?
52. That's just say a lot.
What's the level
my
cap?
roommate's in there right now, 100.
He was
Already
about to
he's
come in, it's
halfway there.
45. Level cap's
Already halfway
45. I'm
there.
52.
Like it's super great. I don't know if you play Diablo at all, but from what
I
I've
played
been
Diablo
hearing,
3.
okay, so it's nothing like 3. It's very similar to 2. I didn't play 2. I played 3, but from what I've been hearing, 2 is like their roots. It's very gritty, very dark, very gory. I even went back and looked at gameplay from 2, and it definitely gives me Diablo 2 vibes. It's very, like I said, gory. The ability that you have is really cool. The gameplay itself is just really smooth. Honestly, bro, like the
How would you
sound
say?
effects.
How would
really
you say
good.
it's different from 3?
Oh, bro, like 3. If you put 3 and 4 together, just the overall graphics for 1, 3 was very cartoonish in my opinion. 4 kind of went back to its old roots and made it more gritty, like the dark
I see.
tone. Like a lot of the maps are very barren. You'll see like they got sticks where people are hanging from them. Like it's gory. It just looks nasty type. Like they really went back. Like it looks like hell. Like it really does. Like they did it. Like they definitely did it
Man.
with 4. I can say that.
I'm torn between getting the new Zelda and that Diablo. I'm like,
I'll say this. My
That's tough for
roommate
you
bought
'cause you like
Zelda.
both.
My roommate bought Zelda. He's played it up until Diablo 4 came out. Hasn't touched it. Hasn't
damn.
touched it. And I'm not a big Zelda fan, to be honest, unless you want to consider like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, the classics. Yes, but like
Not a fan of Breath of the Wild.
I mean, Breath of the Wild was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved how they did the open world, because the open world was legit. Like, and the things that people come up with are crazy, but like it's Diablo. Like you aren't gonna get that same feel. Like cutting your enemies down, slaying demons, the blood, the gore, like you're not gonna get it from Zelda. You're not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Man, this is
I keep telling Khalil, it's like I'm closer to getting it every day, but then it's like I just haven't pulled the trigger just yet. I'm getting around to it. I'm out here playing Life is Strange. I'm just trying to get this done.
I feel it.
Let me
I'm
know
feeling
when you
that.
get
And
that,
real
'cause
quick,
I might get it when you get it, so we could, possibly play it together at some point.
I'll let you know. I did play a little bit of the beta with Khalil the one day where we were trying to go through. So yeah, I was running through that with him for a little bit. But no, yeah, I am gonna get it. I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but I am gonna get it at some point.
We got a
Same.
clan going on, so whenever y'all do
Hey.
decide to get it, we'll definitely get you that invite, get y'all that level ups. You feel me?
Yeah,
We
we got
gotta-
Henry wanting to jump on too. We got a couple people on deck
That's
too.
the
I think
thing.
Rudy said he wanted to.
Rudy, yep, and even Eslam, who's not that much into gaming, like he even mentioned it, and I said he's not allowed to. But but no,
Not
I
allowed
think
to.
obviously. But real quick, you did mention Henry. I do want to give a shout out to him. Normally, when we're live, Henry's on here. That's our number one fan, friend of the podcast. He's been on the show a bunch of times too. We
Nice.
do know him. So shout out to you, Henry. The other day I was on PlayStation knocking out Life is Strange. I saw you were on there playing Diablo, so I know you're out there. You're already doing it.
Grinding.
Ah,
Grinding.
my man,
Yeah.
doing his thing.
So I did want to do
Shit.
that, but I mean, all right. So I think we're good. So
Ready
normally we end up the
for-
podcast. Yeah, we do final thoughts. So Disco, if you want to lead
It
the
could
way.
be about whatever you want. Final thoughts could be even about final thoughts. It's
Word.
nah.
So he's saying that because the one time we had a special guest on here, we're like, hey, Disco, do final thoughts. Tell us what they are. And this man goes in, well, there are thoughts, it's the final ones where we kind of finish off. We talk about whatever thoughts are on our mind at the end because it's the final part of the podcast. This man just kept going. I was like, bro, stop. Just say it.
Say it.
But,
I don't know. Final thoughts. I'm tired of working. I'm ready to retire.
sounds
I need to
about
hit the
right.
lotto, so I could play all my
That.
games and make music and do what I want instead of slaving away to the man.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much that, man.
Yeah. I'll jump in next. I'll leave you for last, Khalil.
For sure.
Final thoughts for me. I'm tired. I'm real tired. I do want to watch the rest of that Summer Game Fest conference. I want to be ready to talk about it for next week. But yeah, man, I'm tired. Can't wait for the Mortal Kombat. And one thing I want to say real quick, I know it's gonna be a little bit of a downer, but I do want to throw it out there. Me being a wrestling fan, I didn't do the wrestling news this week. I do want to give a shout out. Well, not a shout out. I'm sorry. It's gonna sound insensitive. A wrestler recently passed away. An old school wrestler. Yes, thank you. Condolences. That's what I'm looking for. The Iron Sheik. Man was a legend. He's been around for forever. He's the man. When Hulk Hogan won his first title, he's the guy that he beat, the Iron Sheik. So Iron Sheik passed away. He was about 81, I believe. And this man, he's been around. So he stopped wrestling many years ago, obviously, but he never stopped being entertaining. This man would go out of his way on Twitter, like just about every day for the past, like, however long Twitter's been around, just to say fuck Hulk Hogan. Like, it's the funniest thing. If you ever go back to his thing, at one point he even said, hey, Hulk Hogan's an okay guy. April Fool's Day, fuck Hogan. And it's like this man just went out of his way. That was his priority. So shout out to him. Condolences to, his family, thoughts and prayers, of course. Iron Sheik. Also, The Rock, who says jabroni, he stole that from Iron Sheik. He's the man who invented the term jabroni. So you do have that. So shout out to Iron Sheik. Sorry to, friends, family of his, of course. And sorry for bringing this down in the podcast. Khalil, if you want, please bring us back up.
I'll bring it back up. So final thoughts, right?
Hold on. Before Khalil goes, I just want to jump back in and get second final thoughts. I just wanted to actually, I just want to actually thank Khalil for hopping on the podcast, because Eslam dropped like last minute and he came in, swooped in, and it was just a nice third personality to, I feel like podcasts are good with three heads, three personalities to bounce off each other. And it was really nice that Khalil came in, swooped in, saved the day. And I really enjoyed having him on the podcast. He's a fun person. It was the first time I'm meeting him. And it was just, I really enjoyed your input and it was good to see your passion for Mortal Kombat. I think everything worked out super perfectly. And, I think the invitation to have you on the podcast, goes on. We would love to have you back.
I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna do final thoughts off of Disco's final thoughts. That's another first. No, for real though. No, thank you, Khalil. Appreciate that. You got a knack for it. I know it's something you talked about, maybe potentially want to do in the future. So I was
For
like,
sure.
I mean, I hope you enjoyed it for the
Oh
most
yeah,
part.
definitely.
But
Definitely.
no, thanks again, man. You did great. And
Anytime.
hey, if that's something you want to do, I think you would be great at it.
Awesome. I
Yeah,
appreciate all of that. That really means a lot, especially being my first time being on a podcast. But like it was lit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was super hyped for this. I was like ready to get on. I was trying to fix my mic and stuff to get everything ready. But final thought. So like Mortal Kombat, man.
It could be about anything. It doesn't have to be specifically about Mortal
I want to
Kombat.
hear about Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
So like I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Compared to every release that I've seen from the past Mortal Kombat games, this has probably gotten me the most hype, and that's probably because Kent C is back. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I saw him, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Ain't even gonna lie to you. And like this, the way that they're going about the story, it's crazy that me and you talked about it, Dan, and like we predicted a bunch of stuff that actually came true, and it's just like wow, like this is really happening. So I'm hype about that. I'm also wanting to look into that Spider-Man movie that you mentioned, also other than because because like I didn't realize that a new Spider-Man was in there, the futuristic one. I keep forgetting the 2099, I think is
You
what it
got it.
was.
2099.
Yeah. I
Man,
didn't
he's
know he was in there.
badass
So
too, dude. Like,
I'm definitely gonna look into that. I'm pretty sure I have a streaming service that'll let me watch it. So I'm definitely gonna watch that whenever I get a chance. Also, once again, thank you guys for having me. You feel me? It's an honor to be on here and talk about this stuff with you guys. Like I had a great time. It was super fun, and I'm looking forward to being on it again. Hopefully next week for Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Bethesda's game announcement stuff.
It's like 3 different conferences a week.
Right.
Get ready. So it's a lot of shit.
For sure.
But yeah, so all right, so we got that. We got the final thoughts. So real quick, just got to do the plugs. So once again, thank you to everybody who watched this, who checked this out. Be sure to also go ahead and check us out on our socials. So you can go ahead, check us out. And once again, we even have Eslam's in there, even though he's a jackass and he wasn't here. But also, don't forget, we did add a new one in there for today. That is we_shoot_first. So go ahead, follow Khalil, check him out. So we got that. And also, don't forget to go ahead, like, subscribe, share, comment, rate, review, do all that. Do it for our YouTube channel, do it for our Twitch, do it for our socials. Do that.
Everything.
The more you engage with us, the better we're going to grow, the better we're going to do, better content we'll be able to bring you, and we'll have more special guests that are just as awesome as Khalil. So we'll go ahead and do that. Also, be sure to go ahead and check out the lostwiseguys.com, where you can go ahead and see everything that we got going on there. You could check out, different clips that we got up. You can check out the LWG FEGL season 3. I challenge all of you out there, by the way. I want to see if you guys can say those letters as fast as I can. But
I don't even know what you said. I had still
Right.
been saying it for like 3 years. LWG, FWGL, FG.
You got it.
Fantasy
It's Los
Game
Wise
League.
Guys Fantasy Video Game League Season 3. That's all. LWG, FGL.
Oh my
S3.
god.
That's a
all
tongue twister right there, for real.
LWG, FBG.
Check it out. You don't have to say
it 20 times fast to give you $10.
You're lucky if I can say it twice. But no, I mean, definitely go ahead, check us out, see how I'm winning, and hopefully I win the whole thing. We'll see. But yeah, man, go ahead, check us out on all the socials, check us out on all the sites, check us out on all the YouTubes, twitch.tv/thoswiseguys. Tell us what you think, comment, we'll respond. We like communicating with you guys. So thank you and have a great night.
Peace.